So what are the attributes of God? It's the question we all bump into when we try to know him more deeply. They're not just a list of impressive words. They are his unchanging nature, the very fabric of who he is, revealed so we can actually relate to him. And here's why this matters so much. If we misunderstand who God is, our entire faith gets distorted. But when we see him clearly, that changes everything. So let's start at the absolute beginning, with a moment that defines reality itself. Moses is at a burning bush, asking for God's name. And God doesn't give a title. He gives his essence. I am who I am. Exodus 3 verse 14. This is the foundation. God is eternal. He has no beginning. And he is self-sufficient. He needs nothing from us. He simply is. That's our starting point. A God who exists completely outside of our constraints. Now, let's see what his heart is like. So we have a God who's simply is. But what is his heart like? Scripture shows us two powerful, seemingly opposite sides. First, his absolute holiness. In Isaiah chapter 6, the prophet sees the Lord on his throne. Seraphim cry out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty." Isaiah's immediate response, "Woe to me, I am ruined." God's perfect holiness exposes our imperfection. It's a consuming fire. But then, flip the page of the story. We see his relentless, compassionate love. Jesus tells of a son who takes his inheritance, wastes it, and comes home broken. The father sees him while he was still a long way off and runs to him. That's not a distant judge. That's a loving parent. So how can God be both the consuming fire and the running father? The answer isn't balance. It's perfection. His holiness demands justice for sin. His love provides a way to satisfy it. At the cross, we see the heart of his character fully. He is just and the justifier. Romans 3 verse 26. Justice was served. Love paid the price. This is the God who invites us in. Not one attribute at the expense of another, but all his perfections working together. And knowing this, it changes everything. So this is where theology meets the pavement of your life. It's not just a list of perfections to admire from a distance. When you know God is sovereign, that he holds all things, the chaos of your news feed loses its power to terrorize. You can breathe. When you trust his goodness, even in the ache, you start spotting his fingerprints, the unexpected kindness, the strength that arrives right on time. And his holiness? It doesn't just condemn, it cleans. It invites you to drop the act and come close. Because the fire that refines is also the love that welcomes. This changes your prayers from wish lists to honest conversations. It turns worry into a whispered, "You've got this." So here's your move. Look at your day, your current worry. Which of his attributes speaks directly into that space? Is it his faithfulness for your fear? His wisdom for your confusion? Pick one. Anchor your next thought there. That's how knowledge becomes lived faith. That's how a clearer picture of God changes everything.